Welcome back, guys, to another Friday Gamer Log. As usual, I'll be talking about the games that I've been playing, games that will be coming up here in the direct future for YouTube, and any games I would like to buy or have bought. So, without further ado, let's get this thing started. Alright, as far as Animal Crossing City Folk is concerned, I did a little more gaming in it. I got another visit from Pascal, and I did the usual. I gave him a scalloped seashell, and he gave me a ship part. Again, it was one that I already had, so I just sold it for some extra money. I also played Animal Crossing a little bit with my friend Seth. I had a few items that he needed for his catalog, and likewise he had a few items I needed for my catalog, so we traded items. That's about all that me and him did together in Animal Crossing this week, though. Not too much. As of May 1st, Gracie's shop got some new items, so I went there and bought everything that they had. And this is the Gracie series of items, the bed, couch, lamp, etc., etc. In case any of y'all wanted to know what it looks like. I'm not too terribly impressed by it, but it doesn't look bad either, I suppose. But not too crazy awesome in my opinion, though, either. As far as Metroid 2 The Return of Samus is concerned, I made some more progress in this game. I played this game with my friend Seth this week. He played it on his 3DS while I played the original version on cartridge. And me and him worked together since I had reached the point that he was at whenever he last left off. We went through the planet and destroyed some Metroids. We destroyed about 3 of them before finding another missile expansion that was hidden down in some water. After getting that missile expansion, we made our way deeper into the planet where we fought the first of our newest Metroids, the Omega Metroids. These ones were pretty tough for a while until I learned how to fight them. After defeating the Omega Metroid, we moved a little deeper and killed another Gamma Metroid. And then after that, we got another missile expansion, which was nice. After that, we moved a little deeper into the planet, which was whenever we came up to this pitch black area. It took us a little while to figure out how to get through this little area, but we got another missile expansion for it. And after working our way through the pitch black area a little further, we wound up finding a energy tank, which put us at 5. So that was really nice. After I got the energy tank, I left the pitch black area and went to the ceiling that was right above this area where I'm at right now that you see. And up here I found the very last missile expansion that I needed, as well as another energy tank. This energy tank didn't get put into my inventory for me to carry, as you can only carry 5 of them, so this energy tank basically just acted as an energy recharge, which did absolutely nothing for me, considering that I was at 99 health to begin with whenever I picked up that energy tank. Whatever though, after getting those items, I moved deeper and fought some more Metroids. After defeating this Omega Metroid right here, I made my way through the path of the ceiling, which led me to my next big item of the game, which just happens to be the Screw Attack. I was wondering whenever I get this, I knew I'd get it considering that it's like one of the most iconic power-ups for Samus, but I just wasn't sure when I would get it, but I'm glad that I finally got it. It's always nice to kill enemies by jumping into them. After I got the Screw Attack, I made my way deeper into the planet and fought 2 more Metroids. I fought another Omega Metroid. Then after I defeated that Omega Metroid, I fought another Gamma Metroid, which went down rather easily. After I defeated the Gamma Metroid, I had the option of switching to any beam that I wanted, so I went ahead and changed back to the Ice Beam. I figured that I'd need the Ice Beam later on in the game because I seen that there's an Ice Beam pickup right nearby the Queen Metroid on my map that I'm using, so I just went ahead and switched since I was close to an Ice Beam pickup anyway. After I switched back to the Ice Beam, I made my way deeper into the planet and fought some more Metroids. It was around this time that I started figuring out the trick to killing off the Omega Metroid rather easily. I figured out the trick on this one right here. Seems like it's easier just to kind of stand in place and get as many hits in on the Omega Metroid as you can before they charge at you. At first I kept running away and trying to score like as many hits as I could, and I'd only score like 1 or 2 at a time, which wasn't working too well. After I defeated the last of all the Metroids, I made my way to an area that had some pretty eerie music. As I entered this area, my Metroid count went from 1 to 9. Then as I kept going deeper into this area, I started discovering regular Metroids that you'd see from the other games, which explains why I would need the Ice Beam, so I was really glad that I went ahead and switched beams. And of course I went through this area, defeated all the regular Metroids, and once I finished off the last of the regular Metroids, I wound up at this path here. And after diving into the hole, I started up the battle against the Queen Metroid, who managed to kill me a few times. The first couple of times I fought the Queen Metroid, I thought that I wouldn't be able to beat her by this Friday. After I fought her a couple of times, though, I learned the trick to killing her, and she became really easy. I managed to take her out without too much trouble, and she lined herself up for a lot of damage a few times whenever she tried to attack me by throwing her head my way. I'd shoot her with a missile, and it would stun her, and I could just unload missiles, and she wouldn't be able to move at all. So I got a lot of damage in that way as well. After I defeated the Queen Metroid, I went behind where she was at, which was whenever I came across a Metroid egg, and it hatched right in front of my eyes, and then a little baby Metroid started following me. If I hadn't played Super Metroid before playing this game, I would have been so confused at this part. I would have just been trying to kill that baby Metroid. But since I had played Super Metroid, I understood the ending and everything. I knew what to expect out of this game's ending, because they kind of tell you about it in the intro of Super Metroid. After all that, the credits started rolling, and it turned out that I got the second ending of this game. You got the worst ending, the best ending, and the one that's in between the worst and the best. I got the one that's in between. My final completion time was 3 hours 20 minutes, so I wasn't too far off from getting the best ending. I also got that 100% for item pickups. I'm very sure that I did, even though it doesn't tell me. But Metroid 2 was a really enjoyable game. I don't think that I would have enjoyed it as much if I didn't use a map, but overall, this was a really good game. Just needs a map programmed into it. As far as Super Mario Sunshine is concerned, I made a little more progress. I started up the next episode in the Bianco Hills, which was Petey Piranha Strikes Back. In this level, I got really irritated at the boss battle. I made my way to Petey Piranha, but I wasn't quite sure what I was supposed to do to him. I wound up jumping right over the fence and dying because I thought I had to jump on him or something. But whenever I came back, I sprayed him with water and it woke him up. Or actually, I sprayed this little creature at him and it hit him and woke him up. From there, Petey will fly around the village and you're supposed to shoot more of these creatures at him to knock him out of the air, and then he'll land. Then you gotta fill his belly up with water and then ground pound him. Well, at first I didn't realize that I was supposed to fill his belly up with water. I thought I was doing damage just by knocking him down to the ground. And another thing that didn't help me in this battle at all either was the constant respawning of the little paint enemies, the little paint droplet enemies that jump towards you. Those things are so annoying. I can't stand any type of enemy that constantly respawns, and they were just getting on my nerves really bad. But after I figured out that I was supposed to fill up Petey's belly with water and then ground pound him, the battle became rather easy from there. And after I scored my final hit, I turned Petey Piranha into a thing of chocolate and he melted. Nah, I know it's paint, it just looks like chocolate to me. Like I said though, that level is just really irritating to me. I know it probably shouldn't have been, but I think I just made it harder on myself than anything. Whatever the case though, I defeated Petey Piranha for the second time and got another Shine Sprite. From there I started up the next episode, episode 6, The Secret of the Dirty Lake. I had actually seen the cave behind the Dirty Lake before I'd actually entered this episode, and I knew that I'd have to do something for it eventually. But whatever the case, I started up this level and made my way deeper into it, which was whenever the cutscene occurred with Shadow Mario stealing FLUDD from Mario again. Then I entered another one of those Super Mario Galaxy type areas, which I really enjoy them considering that Super Mario Galaxy is my favorite of all the 3D Marios. So I really like these particular areas. They're a lot of fun in my opinion. And I made my way through this area. It took me a few tries to get used to everything before I made my way through here. But I eventually made my way completely through this area and got my next Shine Sprite. Another thing that I got to do while completing the levels here in Bianco Hills was I got to get some experience with the rocket and turbo nozzles, which those were really fun to use. My favorite is still just a hover nozzle though, but the rocket and turbo nozzles are a lot of fun as well. After I completed episode 6, I started up episode 7, Shadow Mario on the Loose. And this level, it was another one of those levels that kind of annoyed me, but again, it was my own fault that I got annoyed because I lost track of Shadow Mario a couple of times. But overall, this level wasn't too bad. It was just my fault that I lost track of him. Pretty much, I just had to chase Shadow Mario around and spray him down with FLUDD a little bit until he got knocked over, and then I had to catch up to him, and then he gave up the Shine Sprite. So this level wasn't too bad, I just made it harder on myself than what it really should have been. After completing episode 7, I started up episode 8, which was the Red Coins of the Lake. This level I actually had to do 2 times, because the first time that I had collected all the red coins, it made the Shine Sprite appear. Then after I collected the Shine Sprite, the game glitched and held me in place as if I never even grabbed the Shine Sprite, but I couldn't move Mario at all, so I was frozen and forced to reset the game. So I had to do this level 2 times, but the Thankfully, the second time around, I remembered where all the red coins were at, so it only took like a couple of minutes before I had all the red coins again, so it wasn't that big a deal. Still was a pretty odd glitch, though, as you'll see right here. I grabbed the Shine Sprite, it made the Shine Sprite noise, but then Mario's frozen in place and the level didn't get completed. Very, very weird glitch. I'll never understand how I pulled that off, but whatever. After I did that, I decided that it was time to do a 100 coin star. And so I did that. I selected the 8 red coins at the lake level again, and I collected 100 coins, and it made another star appear, or Shine Sprite, I mean. So I got that done and over with, and from there I decided to try out the Mario Galaxy type levels again, just for fun. That's whenever I discovered that there's a little extra thing added to them, a little collect 8 red coins challenge type thing. Which apparently after I completed the 8 red coins challenge, I got a hidden Shine Sprite. After I got the hidden Shine Sprite in the hidden cave area, I went back to the cave that was behind the dirty lake, and there's also a red coin challenge waiting for me there as well. So I managed to get 2 like hidden Shine Sprites in this area, so that was really cool. Besides collecting the Shine Sprites, I also did a little bit of work in collecting some blue coins. I now have 30 of them. I haven't taken them and turned them in to get Shine Sprites for them. I know you get 1 Shine Sprite for every 10 blue coins that you have, but I just haven't taken and turned them in. I need to do that pretty soon, I just haven't done it yet. But I got quite a few of them, 30 of them. I did a little bit of gaming with my friend Colin this week. We did some more work in Mario Kart Double Dash. We finally managed to get gold in everything. That made us so happy. It was fairly stressful for us. We wound up completing all the golds and everything with the team of Mario and Peach. As you can see right here, we got all the gold medals and every one of the cups in the mirror mode. That was the only thing that we had left to do. We unlocked a couple of things from getting gold trophies and all those different cups and whatnot, which was really cool. We unlocked the Petey Piranha and King Boo pair, as well as all the carts that go with them, including a Toadsworth cart that you ride in at the ending of each cup if you do good enough. So that was really cool. I wasn't expecting to unlock any new character pairs or anything. And of course, after I got 100% in Mario Kart Double Dash, we got a new title screen, which was really cool. I pretty much expected a new title screen since it does that in Mario Kart 64 as well. Mario Kart Double Dash was a very great game, especially if you have somebody to play it with. The 2-player Grand Prix is just awesome, and I'm glad to have that 100% in. I also did a little bit of Mario Kart Wii with my friend Colin. We trolled some people, had fun doing that as well. I also played Mario Kart Wii with my friends Seth and Kaylee. We did a little bit of both racing and level exploring. We just have fun kind of cruising levels sometimes, looking for shortcuts and stuff, but we do a lot of racing as well, which is a lot of fun too. I did a little bit of Dr. Mario Prescription Online with my friend Seth as well. Once again, that's always a fun, relaxing game to play. Things went about how they usually do. I won most of the matches. Seth does have the occasional match where he'll just absolutely tear me apart, though. He wound up giving up in a few of the matches because I got too many combos on him. Dr. Mario is always fun, especially if you have friends to play it with. I also did a little bit of gaming in Super Smash Bros. Brawl with my friend Seth. Whenever me and Seth just play by ourselves, we like to fight level 9s on team matches. It's just really hard to take Brawls Online seriously just because there's so much lag, so we just kind of like to mess around and fight level 9s. This was a pretty close match. Tingle helped us win the match. That was my assist trophy. I got Tingle and he made a bunch of hammers appear, and that let us win the match against Sonic and Captain Falcon. Brawl Online can be fun if you just play it to mess around, but playing it to try to be serious, to me, is really hard. I just can't take it seriously because of all the lag. But it was a lot of fun to play Brawl with Seth. Me and Seth also did a little bit of gaming in Excitebike World Rally. We were so close to getting our next bike that we just went ahead and decided to go ahead and work towards finishing that off this week. We did quite a few races. A lot of them were in China, and China and Mexico, I believe, was a lot of the tracks that we raced in. But whatever the case, though, we wound up doing enough racing to where we got our next bike model. He got his before I got mine because he beat me in a lot of races. But we got the Astro bike, which is really cool. I like the star that's on the side of it. It looks really, really cool in my opinion. So I'm really glad to finally have that. We won't get another bike until we've hit 500 points, though, and we just now hit 250. So we have quite a ways to go before we'll have a new bike, but I'm really glad to have the Astro bike. As far as video game purchases is concerned, I'd really like to get my hands on Link to the Past 2 whenever it finally comes out. It was just announced, so of course it's going to be a while, but I'm a huge Zelda fan. I own and have beaten all the Zelda games that have been released in North America, and so I definitely look forward to getting this, especially since A Link to the Past is one of my very favorite Zeldas. Becoming graffiti and walking on walls seems a little weird to me right now, but I'm sure that whenever I actually play A Link to the Past 2 in the future, I'll get used to it, and I think that'll be pretty cool. But right now, just watching it in the trailer, it just seems kind of weird. Whatever the case, though, I really look forward to this game. Like I said, A Link to the Past is one of my very favorites, and it was the first that I ever owned and beat. So I especially look forward to getting A Link to the Past 2 for the 3DS. Alright, time for the question of the week. This week's question of the week is for all you Pokemon fans out there. The question of the week this week is, who is your favorite Pokemon? It can be any of the Pokemon from all the generations. Red, Blue, Yellow, Gold, Silver, Crystal, Ruby, Sapphire, Emerald, Diamond, Pearl, Platinum, you name it. Who is your favorite Pokemon? And don't forget that if you'd like to submit your own question of the week, feel free to do so. Just make sure you do it through a PM and not a comment. Questions submitted through comments won't be included in next Friday's Gamerlog, so be sure to message them to me. So yeah, that's pretty much what I've been up to this week. Quite a bit of progress made in Super Mario Sunshine. I'm really happy to have Mario Kart Double Dash 100%ed at last. Me and Colin had a lot of fun doing that. I never did a single thing in that game without Colin. I started at 0% playing with Colin, and we worked together completely through that game to 100%. So that was really cool. That's the only Mario Kart I've ever done two-player completely through like that. So it was really cool. And I didn't get much progress made in other games like Ghosts and Goblins and stuff like that, but hopefully I can do some of that this week. Whatever the case though, that is it for this Friday's Gamerlog, and I'll see you guys next Friday. Thank you for watching.